he is.
Bro, we could have said a couple years ago, we could have said what, Nuno Tavares, but bro, you've let him go. Do you know what I mean? We gave you 3 years. This is Ten Hag's second season, bro.
And
Let us cook. Yo guys, welcome back to the Final Whistle. We're back again with another episode. Today, we're just going to be talking about the teams with the best transfers and the team with the worst transfers, including the players on the teams that were really, really bad transfers or really, really good transfers. So to kick it off, obviously, I'm here with our 2 guests.
J to the Izzo.
Jay, really.
And we've got Raph, of course, and we've got Midday, myself, Mike's. So quickly, Raph, tell us, what's one team that you feel has done the best transfer or transfers?
You know, this is going to be a painful one for me. Sorry. Hello. You see, that's how painful it is. It's Arsenal, man. It's Arsenal.
Yeah.
I just think, I don't want to hear it from you. I just think Declan Rice is firstly the signing of the season for me.
You think so?
I think he's worth every single penny that they paid for him.
When you come to me, I'm going to see you, I think.
Then I also just think the signing of Timber for depth, even though, yes, he's injured at the moment, I still think he's a good player, good signing. And I think Havertz isn't playing well at the moment, but there is a quality player in there, somewhere in there, somewhere. So for that reason, and I think they managed to keep hold of some players as well, some important players, and they let go of some players that they're trying to, move away from. So I think it's been a really good... I would swap, Man United's transfer window with Arsenal's, in a heartbeat. But, what about you, my bro?
Nah, for me, PSG definitely had the best window. They've gone against their usual ways of buying superstars, and they're actually making smart signings, building their spine throughout the team. Obviously, they had to get rid of Messi, gone to Miami. Neymar, they're kind of starting fresh. They got that winger from Valencia.
The Portuguese?
Nah, that South Korean one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The one that Neymar...
Canyon Lee.
Neymar
Lucas Hernandez in the fence. Skriniar. They've really built a span in their team still, and they're coming for a different approach. Obviously, they ain't started the season well. I think they even lost in the weekend, but window-wise, on paper, I'm saying them still.
Didn't they overpay for that striker? Is it
Gonzalo Ramos?
Or Marnie.
Marnie, that's it.
Both of them.
But even both of them.
But I feel like
Ramos was the release clause, so...
What do you man think of Ousmane Dembele going there?
I think his connection with Mbappe is going to be crazy.
I think that's a great sign.
As long as he's healthy.
Bro, he's going to break his leg the second game.
But I think, you know what? I wouldn't say that's a myth yet, but last season he was
good.
fit.
He was a good player. Yeah.
That's where
he started to come back. Yeah.
I think the Ousmane Dembele stocks are just gone, man. We all thought he was going to be a world beater, but he didn't really do much
I
at
think
Barca,
it's because he was
bro.
meant to replace Neymar. That's why people think that.
That's the reason why.
I think he was just always a good winger who maybe could be world class one. I don't think it was.
Yeah, but I think the time is gone now. Do you know what I mean? I feel like, he's a good signing for PSG, but I don't think he's going to go there and prove us he's going to do what we thought he was going to do at Barca. Do you know what I mean? I just think he's going to be just a normal player. Maybe a couple goals here, a couple goals there.
I feel like his role at PSG right now is just to make Mbappe look good. And I feel like his creativity-wise...
For a year...
Like Cook, but we're not the main man here.
Yeah, I feel like he can fit in perfectly. He's not going to be the main guy, but he can do that.
Yeah, but for a year, I mean, I think... You made a good point, but I feel like Mbappe's leaving after this season. He's 100% leaving. So the signings that PSG have made... what is the life after Mbappe? Do you know what I mean? I know they can reinvest in. Actually, in fact, they're not getting Mbappe money. He's going for free. Yeah. So what is life after Mbappe?
I think
unless he signs a contract,
he's not going
for future superstars because Gonzalo Ramos is very good.
They signed a guy from Lyon as well. That winger, Barcola.
Yeah, exactly. He's pretty good.
Been doing
I think what they're doing is actually starting to build
life
for
after.
when. They're starting to do it just to see it with the type of players that they signed.
PSG's actually a good shout.
The only shame is they lost Verratti on that deadline day.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah,
he's like the heartbeat.
Yeah, the cog in the field.
What about you, Midu?
I've gone for outside of England as well, and this one we're gonna see them in action in Champions League. I went for Galatasaray.
Man had to say we're gonna see them. You finally made it in the Champions League. Let's calm it down. Let's calm it down. We're gonna see them. We know you're in the Champions League.
They're in your group, not mine. So
no, but Don't say
I'm not-
we. Don't say we. You're not.
No,
You
I'm
ain't
saying
been here.
we 'cause
Don't
you
act like
watch
you've been here. Don't
You
act
see
like
what
you've
I'm
been
saying?
here. Don't act like you've been here. You ain't been here since, bro.
You
I
just
was in.
got into the
Yeah,
Champions League,
bro.
bro. Like,
Sorry. Where's my decorum? Sorry.
don't know why you're laughing. But anyway, sorry.
When was the last time you guys won it?
Oh, that was a crazy.
No, but when was the last time
Fairs,
Man United won it?
fairs,
No, but when
fairs.
was the last time they won it though? It's been a
Don't
minute.
worry, don't worry.
At least I have a Champions League winner.
At
in my
least
squad.
I've got a Champions League. I've seen my win the Champions League. Have you?
Yes. Anyways,
Okay, then.
Hey, Reece James got his medal, man. That's what that matters.
Alright, the team I've gone for the best business in the transfer window is Galatasaray. Reason I chose them is because they've made, like, obviously we don't tend to usually pay attention to any leagues outside the top 5. You know, outside of England, Italy, Spain, Portugal, France. We don't really take them in. But I feel like Galatasaray are already a force in Turkey. Yeah. That's fine. But I feel like now what they're trying to do is, okay, cool. They've gotten players like, they've gotten Wilfried Zaha, they've gotten Sanchez. Obviously, they made the Icardi loan permanent. Icardi's still a bit, you know, Mertens, Ndombele, Ziyech. Like, I feel like they're actually building, not a team that's just going to, you know, win the Super League 1-2 years in a row, maybe. I feel like they're going to build a team now that is like, they're going to put a shot to the Champions League.
You think so?
Feel like,
They're that vibes team still.
exactly. Yeah. Like, the ballers in, like, and Ndombele is
Clip
such
this.
a baller.
Clip it.
I can't lie. I think United might finish third in that group. You know?
Okay, great.
Whoa.
Can't lie.
Galatasaray aren't
They
gonna
just
do
need
much in
one.
the
They just
Champions
need
League.
one win against you guys.
I'm not gonna answer that, bro. I'm not gonna
Listen,
answer
listen.
that.
The reason why I say this is because
that's just unnecessary, bro.
These are players,
I'm just saying,
players
bro.
that we know are ballers. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And obviously, yeah, people can say they've gone to Turkey for a bit of an easy life. It's still somewhat competitive. That's why they didn't go Saudi, and there's high wages. But Galatasaray, I feel like it's one of those teams that are like there's that historical element to them.
Yeah.
You know, we always remember those ballers that played for Galatasaray.
Drogba.
Do you know what I mean? Exactly. So there's a lot of players that have gone there, and I feel like this season they're gonna try and make a claim and say, you know what, we're getting out of this group stage.
Do you
we're
think-
gonna make round of 16?
do you
and
think that-
maybe try our luck?
Do you think that Zaha move is a good move for him and the club? Because
Yes.
initially, people were saying that he's a flop. I think he had one bad game, like a Balassi-looking game. It was poor. But I still think that's a very good move for him. Finally, Zaha can play in the Champions League. He should have left Crystal Palace time ago because he was good enough to play in the Champions League. So it'd be nice to see him play in there. I think, what is he, like 30 now?
No, he's in his 20s.
He's still in his 20s, you sure?
I think he's
28.
I think he's in his
I think he's
30s.
like 30
I think he's
now.
30.
Yes, I think he did waste a lot of his good years, but I mean he can still perform. So
Yeah, and
I'm looking
I don't
forward
think
to
that's
seeing
even
him.
fully his fault because I remember there was a lot of times we were in for him and Palace were saying stuff like 100 mil. And to be honest with you, Palace, they signed him to a death row contract and then they priced him out of a move. And now it's like, obviously he had a chance to go Saudi, and what's even funny is that Saudi said that he was asking for too much money with the way they're paying everyone. But I feel like it's a smart move because yes, he goes to a league that's, you know, maybe less competitive, still gets a nice little, I want to say easy life in terms of outside of football because the weather's nice, villas, all that sort of stuff. But high wages, and he still gets to play Champions League. But for me, that's a no-brainer move for Zaha because we already know that not a lot of teams are going to come. Not a lot of competitive teams in the main like top 5 leagues in the world are going to come in for him.
No, I
and
hear
plus,
it.
even if they did, it'd probably be a thing that they did it last year, and Palace probably asked for something stupid. So going to Galatasaray made a lot of sense.
no, it did.
Yeah.
Go on, moving on to you, bro.
I'm gonna say AC Milan because I think Ruben Loftus-Cheek is as a Chelsea fan watching him. I feel like he's gonna eat up Syria. Like Syria, in terms of like pace, they're not fast.
Yeah.
So he's gonna run through that midfield as a box-to-box midfielder. I think he's gonna go crazy. I think he's gonna be able to. I don't think he's as good as Tonali, but I feel like he's gonna be able to do the legs.
Ruben,
right.
is this the same Ruben Loftus-Cheek we're talking about?
The one who was banging at Palace. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking
I'm
about.
not gonna lie to you.
I'm just saying.
And I saw like the clips of the first couple games.
Yeah, and he was looking,
He's looking sharp.
especially in that
It's
league. I'm not
these
saying.
injuries, man. That's the problem.
Yeah, maybe that could be a problem. But I think they also signed Pulisic, and I feel like with Pulisic, right, I feel like he's gonna put less pressure on Leao because I feel like a lot of the time last season it was like if Leao's not playing, we're not winning the game.
Wait, who else did they sign?
And the Nigerian, not Chukwueze.
Chukwueze.
He's Chukwueze, that's it.
Yeah, no,
Chukwueze plays for AC Milan now.
it's true because
Okay.
last season it's like Salmakis wasn't really doing that well in the right wing. So yeah,
I feel like the only reason they weren't in the final is because Leao was injured. I think it was the first leg.
You think?
I genuinely feel like Leao's a different
you
mixture for that.
You see the result on the weekend though. 5 times in a beat, AC Milan.
Yeah.
But in terms of what they've been looking smoky. But I'm just saying, I think AC Milan have done really good business.
They got beat 5-1 in the weekend,
5-1.
didn't it? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
peak.
it's crazy.
I feel like they can still maybe improve defensively, but I do think like attacking wise, in terms of building around Giroud, like we know Pulisic and Giroud work. We know Leao and Giroud work. We know, and I feel like Chukwueze could be a really good signing for them. And I think Ruben Loftus-Cheek is a good replacement for Tonali. So
not to mention they also did get Yunus Musa from Valencia, who is a very, very good young prospect. Well, I say young prospect,
I don't think
but
he's young anymore.
no, he's like 22. He's like my age or something like that. He's thereabouts. But,
are you young? Well,
What's going on? No. I feel like he's a good player and he's a versatile player as well. So he can play on the wing, out wide, right or left. He can play in midfield as well. You know, he's one of those players that I don't think he really gets talked about a lot, probably because he represents America.
Yeah.
But people forget that he was here in England first. He started off in Arsenal's academy and he did represent England as well. Okay. And then he took the initiative. I'm going to go to Valencia. I think he left for Valencia at 17 or 18. And since then, like his career has just been going up. Like I feel like he's one of those that have like flown under the radar a little bit. And now he has time to shine at AC Milan. So yeah.
Although they've made good signs, but I looked at AC Milan's Champions League group, bro. That group is crazy.
Yeah,
but I don't think Dortmund are good though.
It's the worst.
PSG, Dortmund, Milan, and Newcastle.
But
that
again,
is a hard group.
PSG's unproven. Like it's just the Mbappe show right now. Let's be honest.
I was gonna say
they haven't got
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
But Newcastle will do good, I think.
I think that's Premier League out. Like we don't know what
Newcastle are unproven because, like, let's face it. First game of the season, they smoked Villa. What 5-1 or something like that? But then they lost 3 games in a row. So and obviously, I'm not gonna just be silly and base their Champions League prospects off of the first 4 or 5 games. But it's a thing where it's like these players aren't used to it. And let's be real, Newcastle didn't like spend like Chelsea did and bought a lot of different players in. They didn't do that. So managing the depth and then obviously the heightened intensity. And let's be real, when you play in the Premier League, it's a different game to when you play in the Champions League.
No, it is. But I think that also might help them play in the Champions League. They might be able to kind of bully other teams like Dortmund and what was the other team?
Milan and PSG.
Milan.
So I feel like because AC Milan have that semi-final under their belt, I feel like they're a bit more confident. And I feel like Leao's that guy. I feel Giroud could do something like that.
That's the big part of that.
Bro, going to St. James's Park is crazy when you think about it, you know?
But then again, there is a lot more experience.
But they have to go to the San Siro though, so...
Yeah. It'll be a shock for Newcastle.
Exactly.
I said, listen, I got 2 clubs that I think really did really well. Arsenal.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, they did well. But I also think, the Chelsea's transfers are really going to benefit them in the long run. I really do think. I think we're sleeping in the time being just looking at like what they've done so far. But I feel like in the long run, in 1 or 2 years, once it clicks, it's going to be very threatening because their depth is going to be mad. And if they all do what I think they're going to do, Chelsea are going to be a force to reckon with, really and truly, honestly.
Then you think that will there'll be a bit of an unsettled feeling in the change room?
Not at all.
All these players are all progressing.
Do you know what it is? I hear that because they're kind of similar ages.
Exactly.
But I feel like that's a problem right now. But I feel like, let's say for example, Enzo. I feel like whoever's behind Enzo right now, they know that Enzo's the guy in midfield right now.
At the same time,
so if Caicedo starts banging, like Lavia can't be like, oh, why am I not getting da-da-da?
No, but he can be, and he has every right to, because these players are probably willing to accept that at 19, 20, 21.
Yeah.
But then when you're 24, you're supposed to be like entering the prime and coming into the form of your life.
Yeah.
Why would I still want to be here playing as a
Yeah, but I feel
Yeah,
like...
but that's part of the game. Some of them are going to end up leaving then.
And I feel like what Chelsea have done for their club, just their club alone, it's going to be a different culture like thing. It's not like, for example, at Arsenal, United, where there's players on the fringes that say, oh, I'm fed up, I'm leaving now. I think at Chelsea, because they've brought in all these players, all these players that sign, they're not blind to the transfer. They can see how many players are going to Chelsea. They know what they're signing in for? Do you know what I mean? So I think as a club singularly, they're probably going to be looking at it and be like, listen, cool, I'm part of this project, this new project that no one has really done before. Like we're new, so I feel like they won't really think of it as if I'm not playing. More that they're a part of something new. They're part of a big squad. And when they start doing really well, they'll be able to field the team for Premier League and then play even the Champions League, play that same Champions League team in the Prem and the Prem team in the Champs. Do you know what I mean? So it's like they can mix and match whenever they want. And I think that's going to be a problem, especially if they're all firing for teams like Man United or Arsenal, where we've got good players and we've got lesser good players, but not as, do you know what I mean? And not depth-wise, do you know what I mean? So
also for you guys though, but I don't. Yeah, but I hear what you're saying.
Alright, man.
Do you think you guys' depth's crazy now? Like,
No, but in terms of
Bro,
the
one
quality of
title charge and these men are talking like this
Quality
is
in the depth.
crazy.
It's annoying, man.
But
Yeah.
it
I
is
think
what it is.
United's midfield is starting to get better as time's going on.
You wait, bro.
I
Say
don't
that.
think he's improving.
No, it's like, not really.
Amrabat, Ericsson.
How are these not talking like this?
Casemiro,
Let us cook.
Casemiro,
Let us cook.
McTominay.
First, man. Say that, man.
Hey, you said he's a
Well,
striker.
He is.
Bro, we could have said a couple years ago, we could have said what, Nuno Tavares, but bro, you've let him go. Do you know what I mean? We gave you 3 years. This is Ten Hag's second season, bro.
And
Let us cook.
I said I think Ten Hag isn't going to even make it to the end of 2024.
What? Wait, I'll tell you, second season. When did you man finish? 8th.
Yeah.
In your second season.
Yeah.
Let us cook, bro.
No, these are two different.
That was a false position though. We were 6 points off top 4 that season.
I don't want to hear
That
that.
was a false
Let me
position.
say
So?
But you did.
Let me
But
say
it's 8th sounds crazy though.
Yeah, but that's what
Yeah,
happened.
because it was what
That's what the history
happened.
books are going to remember.
This isn't even part of the video, but let me just say this, yeah. Ten Hag and Arteta situations are two completely different situations. I hope you know that. Because Ten Hag, it's not a thing where this is something new that United are in disarray. United have been in disarray since Alex Ferguson left. Can we admit
But that's
that?
from the club.
No, I'm saying, can
Yes,
we admit that?
yes.
Cool.
It's a long debate.
Cool.
Bro.
What I'm saying now is, yeah, Ten Hag came in disarray. Cool. I still have world-class players here. He came and Ronaldo was there because he didn't sign Ronaldo, did he?
No.
Cool. Ronaldo was already there. Varane was already there, right? Or did he buy Varane?
Varane was already here.
Varane was already there. He bought Casemiro. He bought Lisandro Martinez. He bought Anthony. And he had Rashford. He had Bruno Fernandes.
Okay.
He had Wan-Bissaka.
What's your point?
Who was apparently the best defensive right back in the
What's
league.
your point?
All I'm saying is that Ten Hag had the perfect opportunity to say, you know what? This is how I play. I already have world-class players. Boom. From here to here. Arteta didn't have that.
No.
The situation
It doesn't
that Arteta
work
was
that
It's one
in-
thing
easily.
having great players and there's another thing having players that actually
That suit
your
you.
system.
Exactly.
Because a lot of them,
These Arsenal fans, they don't get it.
I'll say
Yeah.
Ronaldo was Deadwood.
Okay, cool. There's that point, yeah. Yeah, that's even lovely that you guys said that. How many of those players did Ten Hag handpick and say, I vouched for Anthony, I vouched for Martinez. Yes, I want Casemiro.
No,
Yes, I
Casemiro
want-
wasn't one of them.
He was-
That was a deadline day. It was near deadline
He
day
wanted
signing,
De Jong.
bro.
Okay, cool.
He wanted
fair,
De Jong.
Okay, fair enough. He didn't get
So
De
we
Jong,
can
but
say-
but then he said he wanted Ericsson as well.
Yeah,
Out of
which
all of
he's
those
done
sign-
well.
out of all of
Do you
those
really
signings,
think
who-
but he's
Ericsson's
only
one of
had
his
one- he's
first
only
choice
had one-
signings?
No, but he's had one bad. Anthony's the only bad one in my opinion. Ericsson was good at the start of
Yeah.
the and then he got injured.
Ericsson ain't been all that.
Exactly.
No, but he hasn't
He
been.
ain't
He
been
hasn't
bad.
been
He hasn't been
though.
bad.
Yeah,
He ain't been bad.
he hasn't been bad. He hasn't been bad. He hasn't been good. But I think he's the
Has any of our signings been Havertz? Any of our signings been Havertz?
Anthony.
Anthony's been better than what has
Only
Havertz
because of
done.
longevity. Can't
Well,
lie.
we'll see at the end of the
It's too
season.
early to say.
We'll see at the end of the
Aside-
season.
Anthony started off better,
Wait.
but yeah, I
Aside
guess
of Anthony's
yeah.
first 3 games where he scored 3 goals, what did he do for the rest of the season? Did Diddley score? Gabriel Magalhaes got better goals than him. So what are you really talking about?
Anyways, I
I agree.
heard
Come
I
on,
heard
man.
through the grapevine 2 years ago this guy was Arteta out. With that being said, let's close this. Let's close it because that's what I heard. Someone told me.
He told you.
Someone told
You know,
me.
I'm gonna check the pod
Someone
out.
told me. Someone told me. And he's sitting here. He's sitting
We'll
here.
check the pod archives.
But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know in the comments. Have you got it right? Have you got it wrong? Have you missed out a team that has done great transfers? Have you missed out a player that's been really influential in these teams? Let us know in the comments. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and also comment below what else you want to see on our channel, and we'll get it done for you. Thank you to the panelists, Raf. Thank you guys all. Yeah.
Today's on.
Mids. Yeah, I can't believe you've done that. That's crazy.
Bro, that's what they told me.
That-
Anyways,
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
yeah, in a bit.
Peace.
Peace.